man. All right, anyway, look. Mike.
Serious
How
business.
dare you have fun?
I will continue to have fun.
How dare you, sir?
No, you're right. We should just wait till they outlaw that.
Fun?
Yeah.
We're getting there.
Constitutionally fucking outlawing fun.
We are getting there. Here's some fun updates. I think you're gonna like these updates. Some medical experts. These medical experts, Mike.
I already don't like what you're about to say.
I'm sorry. You don't trust science? Let's listen to Dr. Ezekiel Emanuel. Because look.
Oh, great.
What do you have against Ezekiel Emanuel? Okay, well, don't say it. I'm sorry.
No, I'm actually wondering, is he, oh boy, I'm going to look this up.
Ezekiel Emanuel in space. He used to do softcore porn.
I want to know if he's related to the other.
Ron
yep,
Emanuel?
he is.
Is he really? I had no idea. For real?
He's got to be. He's from Chicago. Yep. Ari Emanuel and Rahm Emanuel. He's the other brother. I swear to God, I knew it. I fucking knew it as soon as I heard that name.
I didn't know that.
He's the oldest brother.
I swear to God, I didn't know that.
I knew it. As soon as I saw his name, I went, hang on a fucking second. Yeah. Younger brothers are Chicago Mayor Rahm Emanuel and Hollywood-based talent agent Ari Emanuel.
Next time you need to say, hang on a tick. You have to do it like a British person. Hang on a tick.
And you see what I did there? I didn't do the whole you-know-what thing. I'm just pointing out who he's related to. I fucking knew it because I knew there was a third Emanuel brother. I fucking knew it.
Like that. He's like, the non-famous Manning brother.
God damn, man. These fucking brothers, man. They have done so... These three have single-handedly morally bankrupted this country.
Apparently, Zeke is a senior fellow for the Center of American Progress. Mike, he's a doctor. Okay? So why don't we listen to what he has to say, all right?
No one is immune to the COVID-19 virus. It threatens all of us. But while we are all experiencing the same pandemic, we are not experiencing it in the same way. The first dividing line is whether you or someone you love has gotten sick. Many Americans have not yet seen firsthand what devastation a positive test can inflict. Another dividing line is whether you have a job that lets you stay at home, working as you juggle childcare and video chats.
All right. Hey, you know what? Let's be fair. So far, he's right. It does suck to be stuck at home when you have to juggle all these things. So far, so good. So I'm sure what he's going to do is going to recommend opening up as soon as possible.
60 million Americans are still out there, not sheltering in place, and instead tirelessly working to keep everything going for the rest of us. You keep the electricity flowing and the internet running, food and groceries moving. You are putting your own health on the line to ensure the rest of us are living as normally as possible.
I wouldn't consider any of this living normally, by the way.
And then there are the tens of millions of Americans who have lost jobs and businesses, or who fear that they're just about to. Your anxiety about the virus is coupled with worry over having a paycheck,
You're right.
covering the mortgage,
You're right.
keeping the lights on,
You're right.
and buying food.
You're right.
Realistically, COVID-19 will be here for the next 18 months or more. We will not be able to return to normalcy until we find a vaccine or effective medications.
Okay, can I just say something? And
Yes.
and I mean this respectfully. I mean this with all due respect. Fuck you. Fuck you, that's all.
I know that's dreadful news to hear. How are people supposed to find work if this goes on in some form for a year and a half? Is all that economic pain worth trying to stop COVID-19?
No.
No. The answer to that question is no.
I think we both say emphatically no.
No, and may I add?
Yes.
Fuck you.
No,
Again.
listen.
Fuck you and fuck your two crooked-ass brothers, too. Because the three of you have, again, you and your fucking two brothers have done more damage to this country than any fucking trio of brothers in history.
For a year and a half. Is all that economic pain worth trying to stop COVID-19? The truth is, we have no choice.
No, we have a choice, motherfucker. We have a choice. This whole country was built on fucking choice. You fucking. I kept it in.
Very good.
I kept it in.
Mike, it's Passover. Unrelated. I'm just saying an unrelated thing. Okay? Be respectful.
My throat, the sound got to hear.
He's a real Karen.
We have no choice. If we prematurely end that physical distancing and the other measures, keeping it at bay, deaths could skyrocket into the hundreds of thousands, if not a million.
First off, that's not true. Secondly, what's coming out now, since everyone, fuck science, all of the projections have been wrong. They have been completely over-exaggerated. Oregon said they didn't have enough respirators. They used so little, they just gave 100 in New York.
And honestly, look, I'm not one of these people that thinks this is a hoax, but there are a lot of videos out there of completely empty hospitals, completely empty tent cities, completely empty, all these emergency staging areas, fucking empty.
Look,
do I think it's a hoax? No. Do I think we overblew this? 120%. So it is and I know you fucking retards are gonna go, you're social distancing. You're welcome. But the truth is, I've gone to the store every other day this week, okay? And the Love's Travel stop at least a couple of times a week. I've gotten Uber Eats. Trust me, if there was a fucking pandemic virus out there, we would have gotten it by now, okay? We're not exactly in a fucking sealed bubble here, okay? So shut up.
But the thing is with that whole thanks social distancing, there's no proof that that's what's helped. Like you're guessing. You're guessing that that's what's helping. That's a really good point. I go to the grocery store once a week. I have to. And when I go to the grocery store, there's a lot of people there. Because
are you dead yet?
I mean, not yet. I've tried. Don't get me wrong, but they don't sell hemlock. I want to kill myself like old-fashioned people. But no. But my point is, the grocery store is packed. I mean, you can't stay 6 feet away from somebody there if you try to, no matter when you go. Because first off, at least here, I mean, I'm only talking about here, their hours have been shortened. So the grocery stores are definitely not open as long as they were before. And when you go there, a lot of people are just going to get out of the house because that's where they're allowed to go. It is. You're just allowed to go there. And the social distancing is not, look, maybe it is what's doing it, maybe it's not. But as much as I have no idea whether the global distancing is the social distancing is helping, you have no idea whether that's also what's saving it. Like, so there's no science behind it either way. So stop touting it. But hold on, let's hear.
By the way, Jared in the chat writes, "Wow, I can't believe they hate science."
Fuck you, science. Fuck you right in your ass, science.
First, keeping it at bay, deaths could skyrocket into the hundreds of thousands, if
they
not.
could. Everything could happen. A lot of things could happen. A volcano could erupt in the backyard. It could happen.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah, don't use the pool
no!
for the rest of the year. Because any moment now, a volcano could erupt, even though we've never had a volcano in Florida. It could happen. And thousands will be dead. Could be.
If not millions.
Potentially. Maybe. Possibly.
We don't know. Kind of.
Unfucking believable. We're gonna put 45 million Americans out of work because some people might die. A couple hundred people might die.
45 million so far.
Jesus fucking Christ.
A
You know,
million.
the guy that you and your brothers killed.
Fucking Chicago's economy. Some people are saying this guy was on the Obamacare death panel too. He was one of the people that, you know, in that whole controversy they would decide.
Yeah, the Emanuel brothers, again, man, a very well-connected family.
Yeah.
You know, the brothers, Ari's the one that founded CAA
Shafir?
or ICM, one of the big three agencies. He's the guy that the Ari Gold character is based on. Rahm Emanuel was the guy that worked for Obama. He was the Chicago mayor. These brothers are fucking embedded in our culture like fucking ticks, and they've constantly been terrible influences.
We cannot return to normal until there's a vaccine. Conferences, concerts, sporting events, religious services, dinner in a restaurant, none of that will resume until we find a vaccine.
First off, fuckface, you don't make that decision. Because none of that, he's emphatically, none of that will return. You're not the person that gets to make that decision, asshole. You're not even the person who makes any decisions right now. You fucking dick.
A treatment or a cure. One thing I've learned as a cancer doctor is that it's wrong to paint an overly rosy picture.
Wait, so you're not even a virologist or
No, he's a cancer doctor,
infectious
Mike.
diseases. You're an oncologist.
He's a cancer doctor.
But because you're an Emanuel brother, we're listening to you, right? Is what I just want to get it right because you're one of the Emanuel brothers. Can we get Dr. Fauci back in the room, please? At least he fucking specializes in the fucking thing we're talking about. That's like saying, look, guys, as one of the leading orthodontists in America, I know a thing or two about being a doctor, and this virus is going to potentially kill everyone.
It's wrong to paint an overly rosy picture in order to maintain a patient's hope. It's wrong because it fails. It's false. Biology and disease are formidable opponents that inevitably tell us the truth. We cannot relieve the oppression of this pandemic until we are realistic. We need to prepare ourselves for this to last 18 months or so and for the toll that it will take. We need to develop a long-term solution.
Yeah, no, you're right. We do. While people sit in their homes destitute, with no money, with no future, with absolutely destroying an economy, and then letting 4 or 5 companies consolidate all the power while this is happening. They're going to consolidate all the power. We're going to crush entrepreneurship to then at the end of this, like they say, never let a good crisis go to waste. At the end of this, the only solution, Mike, will be communism or socialism. They're already talking about it. As a matter of fact, right now, Pelosi's already talking about the election. We have to do mail-in votes. We have to. We have to do something that's completely easily fucking, totally easy to fucking, to manipulate. They're already talking about it. So you're right. It doesn't matter how many people lose their jobs. It doesn't matter how many industries die. It doesn't matter that that it's going to take us decades to recover from this if we continue down this path because of a virus. Here's the thing. Has anybody asked the people, the fucking plebs, your little petri dishes that you're experimenting on right now, what they want to do? Do we have a say in this?
No.
Because I don't know, I kind of feel like if you're worried about it, you could stay in your house. And then I'll go do things. And then you could live in your house and you could go out with fucking gas mask on and radiation suits, and if you want, to protect you from the 5G. And you'll be fine. But again, you can't let, you cannot let doctors run this country. I'm not saying they're not important, by the way. I'm not saying that they're not working hard. I'm not saying that a lot of them aren't trying to come up with solutions. Of course they are. But like you said earlier, this isn't this isn't their field of expertise. People are killing themselves right now. And that's not a lie. People are, a friend of mine on Facebook.
Yeah, Steve killed himself.
He killed himself. People are killing themselves because of this. So how many more people? And that's the other thing. It's news now. One of the doctors just admitted. Remember we were talking about, we were half joking yesterday talking about, yeah, but they're fucking saying anybody who dies who has a coronavirus, it was coronavirus. They've admitted it now. They're saying that they're telling doctors, if a patient dies and they have coronavirus, you have to mark it down as coronavirus that killed them. There's a lot of things you could read about it. Right now, we're at a historical low for people dying from heart disease. Why is that? Do you think less people have heart disease? No. They've been attributing the deaths of some heart diseases to people that have coronavirus and saying it's coronavirus. Mike, right now, do you know we have the lowest case ever in probably a decade? The lowest cases of pneumonia-related deaths, which are always high. Elderly people's pneumonia kills them a lot.
Yeah, because we're attributing it to coronavirus.
Now we're attributing it to coronavirus, and they've admitted it. Like, this isn't a conspiracy theory. This isn't me being fucking crazy guy. They are. So, again, these are things that you have to pay attention to. When people like fucking Ezekiel Emanuel wants to shut down the entire country for a year and a half.
Solution based on those facts. It has to account for what we are losing while this fight goes on. Things like schooling and income and contact with our friends.
Somebody says if somebody dies of a heart attack when they have the flu, they write down flu. This isn't new. It's not whether it's new or not new.
Yeah, we don't shut down the country for flu.
But we're using these numbers to dictate policy that we're going to do. See, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, nobody's shutting the country and the entire economy down when somebody writes down flu on a death certificate. So it's not the same.
But that's exactly my point. Like, the flu has not shut down the country for a year and a half. The flu hasn't had people decimated retirement funds. The flu hasn't made as many people, put fucking shotguns in their mouth and kill themselves because they don't think it's going to end. There's a lot of fucking people, that you see every day talking about mental health is important. Mental health is real, guys. Reach out to your friends. Mental health, mental health, mental health. A lot of those same people, at least on my timeline, I'm speaking personally, I can't speak for everybody, are going, we need to shut this down. You stay at home. Stay at home. There's a lot of people that need human contact. I don't know if people realize that, but there are. And when you take that away from people, it fucks them up. There's a reason that people in solitary confinement lose their minds. That's a real thing. That's not something that you're making up because a lot of people think that it's like, oh, sorry you want to go out and go to a football game. That's not what this is about. I don't give a shit about going out and going to a football game. I don't give a shit about going to a concert.
I don't really care about going out.
Yeah.
If we end all this shit, I probably will go back to not going out anyway.
Yeah.
That's not the point.
Yeah.
But the point is that we are crashing this economy. With no survivors. And that's going to fucking we're ruining more lives with this than we are by just being safe, being careful, trying to avoid catching the virus. But this is literally, now we have a guy who doesn't even specialize in viruses on TV telling us we got to shut the country down for 18 months. Mm-hmm. And people are still buying it. People are still buying it. The same people bitching and moaning about, God, unemployment is so slow. I'm getting laid up from a job, are the same people who are supporting this approach to this. So if you're one of those people who has been on board with shutting down the economy since day one of this thing, I'm glad you lost your job. I couldn't fucking care less about you because there's plenty of people out there right now who just want to return to normal, who are willing to wash their hands, who are willing to wear a mask, who are willing to be safe and careful and spend a little extra money on the medical mask. And you know what I mean? There's people willing to do that, but you motherfuckers insisted, no, we got to shut everything down. So I hope you cocksuckers are the last ones to get jobs when this shit goes back because you don't deserve it. None of you people deserve freedom. You don't deserve jobs. You don't deserve a fucking life that matters. You just don't deserve it. There's still people going, we need to keep it shut down. Got to stay safe, but I also want my unemployment check. And why is DeSantis taking so long to mail me my money?